Hi! I'm back to digital, finally. It's kinda hard after months of traditional. The plan was that I will be done with this batch of pages, but as you can see, I barely sketched them. So, despite the fact that I said that last stream that I usually don't like sketching and like inking on stream because it requires like a lot of brain, I guess I'll have to do it now because, well, clearly it's needed. Though technically this is a background, and like I'm fine with drawing backgrounds like from sketch and forward. So yeah, this bunch of scribbles obviously isn't that clear what it is, but in case you happen to read my comic, next chapter is going to happen on the train, so I'm going to draw train today. It will be fun, I guess. So this will be the title page for the chapter. So in the middle I'll have like a logo and the chapter name. The idea is this barely visible, I mean I can make it a little bit more visible, thing here is the train itself. Of course it will have a lot of details. Right now it's just like a scribble, and it goes on the kind of bridge over the large body of water. It's kind of like huge lake, and there is like the city on background. So we are leaving the city where we were for the first two chapters, even though we haven't seen a lot of this city. Like it was kind of there, but it wasn't like the character, so to speak. Like another city will be sort of the character later when we arrive there. Like the capital, it kind of doesn't matter. Like it's just it kind of there. It will matter at some point, but not in this comic. So my goal for today, well, ideally this should be finished today, but realistically it won't be because it requires a lot of details, a lot of like rendering for water. I'm not sure I will be able to like do water this fast. It's like it is water is the thing that it's like it's really requires a lot of time to do beautifully, let's say. And since it's like a title page, I want it to look beautiful. But ideally, well, I want at least like proper sketch, inks for the train and the bridge, and start coloring background like sky, city, some preliminary stuff for water, and colors for the train, maybe some like rendering, maybe. We'll see. It'll be fun. So yeah, that's how my rough sketches look like. Just scribbles. Like I can show like this one's pretty much stick figures. That's main character sitting on the train. So how should I approach this? That's how I usually do it. I do rough sketch, then I lower opacity on it, so it's kind of there, but not very bright, so it doesn't distract me. I think I probably need the perspective guides. I mean, I can do, no, it will be kind of hard to do, but let's see. So first of all, it will be a 2-point perspective, but like both points are really far from the frame. And the problem with Procreate's perspective tools, they don't have the like a ruler or something to just make horizon, well, horizontal. So like I'll have 2 vanishing points. And like right now I need to pretty much eyeball it and get the second dot right where the current horizon line goes, because if I go higher or lower, horizon will tilt. And I mean, maybe there is some instrument to like balance it. I haven't found it yet, so I don't know if you if you know any methods to balance the horizon, let me know. I like so far, I mean, I haven't googled it, but like I went pretty deep into the settings and haven't found it yet, so I don't know. So where should I mean, it probably will be way far on. Okay, I can't really tell if it's tilted or not. A little bit, but I think it should be fine. Yeah, if I'll start to move it around, it will be worse, so it's kind of good enough. And like, I won't be using the horizon itself like as a ruler. I will be using it more like a reference. The city itself will be really blurred. Not blurred because, well, I don't use blur in this particular comic. I go for like textured look, but it will be very like not detailed, let's say, kinda just some rough textures. So I'm going for drawing assist, so it will allow me to go for straight lines, and I'll start kinda. I have the problem with my screen here. It is a bit scratched in one point, and like my pencil keep catching the place where it happened, because like it's pretty much where I like here somewhere. I always go over it. So I also kinda needed to design the train. I kinda did in my head, but like I didn't draw it for some reason. So the idea is that it is a monorail. Yeah, I'm catching this scratch again, like it's really annoying. So like this part won't be visible anyway, so this will be like this massive rail that works. Actually, I'm not sure if I want this rail to be like at the power source. Probably not. Like this train has several power sources, well, main one being the solar panels on the roof, which I'll be drawing, and it will be a big part of its design, I guess. Why am I... like, this is annoying, like I keep catching something. You can see it from here, but like it's there somewhere. It's like this scratch, it's really annoying. So how should I approach it? Like, I don't want to make it like all this fancy like high-speed trains in like real life. They're really like sleek and well, aerodynamic or whatever you call it. And I don't want to copy that style. I want this to be a little more angular, because, well, pretty much everything in this comic has every like environmental stuff that isn't organic, like everything that's built by people. It's kind of this angular, more kind of crude and like industrial looking stuff, so not much of terms of like smoothing surfaces. I mean, there are some, but like I want to keep it very like boxy and not smooth, let's say. But it kinda defeats the purpose of high-speed train. Like it should be kinda a little bit more smooth, but well, on the other hand, it's not very high speed, let's say. So yeah. And it's kind of funny. My plan was that I kind of prepare all this stuff before streaming, and probably not even have any of that. How you call it? Like it's more of a planning than like drawing itself. Like it's more of a world building and stuff, concept art and all that. Normally that doesn't go on like videos and streams and stuff. It's mostly like in the head of whoever creates it. But on the other hand, I think it's kind of interesting to capture these moments too, because a lot of the process of just creating whatever, I mean anything, it happens like just in the head. You plan everything. You like, if it's some sort of visual medium, you need to develop the looks of it, like designs and like concept and stuff. Like characters go through many steps of just developing their looks and all that. And even though for like more mainstream and financially successful stuff, there might be some like art books later where just people can look at how it was created, but it's usually compiled afterwards, and from whatever materials are left, like you don't usually get all the like steps of developing something to see. It just usually it's very like private stuff, I guess, and it's only stays in the head of whoever creates it while the memory allows it, and then it's kind of gone, which is kind of sad. I think it would be nice if this stuff just kept existing. I don't know. I'm always interested in like other people's processes, like how they develop their ideas, and the fact that it's kind of get lost in time and never recovered. There is no way to recover it because it was never recorded. I don't know. So I guess it's a good thing that actually I didn't do this preparation work in time, because now I get to record at least for myself, because well, at some point I will forget it too. Like right now I'm trying to find the midpoint for it, so there's a lot of this just geometry stuff if you want to make some sort of this construction in like perspective, because you can't just keep the same interval between like in this case it's like pillars. You need to put them in perspective. There are like different methods. I can just do it like on the flat plane and then transform it. In digital it's possible. This method, when you like go for how do you call it? So basically you draw one pillar, you draw second pillar, you draw the line that goes from the like top of one of them to this middle of the second, and keep going with straight lines. So at some point you reach your like lower line, and that is the base of your like next pillar, and that's how you space them correctly for perspective. This is a tedious process, and I don't like it, but it's kind of, if you want correct perspective, that's kind of how you should do that. It's one of the kind of not simplest, but one of the methods, I would say. And then I need to find the midpoint for that, because that's how I find where these beams converge. And it's not like completely ideally spaced, and I'm not aiming for that. It's like not the point. Kind of what, let's see, a little bit more hand-drawn look to it, and the best way to achieve it is make it not ideal, but like close enough, so it shows that you know what you're doing, but also I don't feel like it's correctly spaced, so just from looking at it with my own eyeballs, it doesn't feel correctly spaced. I don't know. Well, I guess I'll eyeball the next one, because it goes off screen anyway, so whatever. I also need the other part, but I'll probably just do some very kind of rough thing, maybe not in inks even, just in like charcoal. So for this comic I use, well, default brushes, because, well, you can do a lot with default brushes. I do modify them sometimes, but like not all of them. So like for main inks, it's dry ink. It's where I need just very crisp lines. That's my main contours for like characters and like important parts of foreground. Mostly background I rarely do with inking, sometimes. For sketch it's like this very fat pencil. Sometimes I use it for coloring, and for also for coloring the charcoal block. It's most of my like background details done in that. So I'll probably the pillars that are kind of farther from us, not like these front row. I should call it like left row probably. The train is going this way, so it's the left, and behind it it's the right side, and it will be kind of more imitating like a blur. For now it's sketch anyway. So now I need to find the next, where the next pillar goes. So like the middle of this one is somewhere here. Oh, that's, I'm not sure it's a good distance actually. With this size of the train, the cars will be like this, so putting the whole car, I don't know, like it shouldn't be, shouldn't fit between pillars. That's what I'm trying to say, because it will drop. That's not how you build bridges normally. It depends, of course. Like some bridges are perfectly fine with huge spacing of its pillars. Well, let's go with that. Maybe I'll change it. I think I kinda missed the, yeah, I went from the wrong point. It's kinda like that. And good luck to me to differentiate with which lines I should use, because this is a mess. Okay, next one won't be even in the frame, it will be like very far away. And like this lower part, this line won't be visible, it will be underwater. Or I should do the concrete blocks there, so it kinda elevates metal part, because this whole stuff will be metal, and like normally it's not a good idea to put bare metal next to water, because obviously it will rust, and this will be a little bit rusty, and if I will remember, I will put some this how we call it in English, stuff that prevents rust, like the anodes, I don't know, it's usually this like cylindrical pieces of different metal that kind of attracts rust. That's very interesting topic, by the way, how this is done, but I do not have the vocabulary in English to talk about it, I guess, and I don't think I need to, actually. Like, people who know that stuff, they don't need it, and people who doesn't know that stuff also don't need it. So that's where will it go? Somewhere here, probably, I don't know. Are they parallel? No, they aren't. I don't want tangent, but I also don't want... Let's make it like this. It may not be realistic, but whatever. So... probably should start drawing the train, and probably without assist. How do I want it to look? So the main idea, the windows on both sides aren't rectangular. I mentioned it before on my previous streams where I was working on backgrounds. I try to avoid rectangular shapes here. I mostly go for triangular and hexagonal and other angular stuff, just because. So the windows also won't be rectangular. They will be more like... I should probably lower the opacity, it kinda distracting at the moment. So the windows will be kinda like that. Does it show in perspective correctly? Like this? And I'm not sure I can draw them in perspective correctly. It will be pain. Oh well. And it will have solars on the roof, but I also don't want solar panels to be just rectangular, even though normally they have this square cells. I might go for hexagonal, but I'll need to overlay pattern on top of it and kinda align it correctly. It will be also kinda pain, so probably I will go for the same pattern that was on the very beginning of the comic with the window through which our main character dropped to his first action scene. So it will be like kinda kinda like I will go like that, but then like this, and that's the pattern. Maybe I will make it a little bit more smaller, like something like that. Maybe not. Maybe I'll leave it this way because it's already very like small. It won't be visible really well if I just go smaller. It also needs some other stuff on the roof, like air conditioning and stuff, but it will also look differently from like our air conditioning. But it'll probably have some vents or something because, well, it has to. We'll see. Like, kind of want to draw bridge first, just to get it out of the way. So draw the all the base of it, all the pillars, all the beams and stuff that like hold it together, and maybe the water line, and kind of go from there. I don't think I want any railing around it, like any type of walls or fences or whatever. Like it's not like this bridge isn't for anything other than this particular train. So only this thing goes here, so it doesn't have any footbridge parts or any like any other transportation. Which, by the way, the transportation here, like I'll save it for later. I'm not gonna spoil, I guess. There will be some interesting transportation. I kind of already regret choosing this form of it because it will be a pain to draw, but well, I guess I'll get there at some point, kinda soon-ish. Like next chapter will be some transportation issues, but we're not there yet. So this will be our rail. It needs some, probably more actually. Again, I'm having a bit of a brain fart. That should have been here, and that is that's the train, that's the these things are vertical, and I'm not sure I want this because it will make all of this stuff rectangular, which I don't want to. It should be still in I don't know, it's kind of hard to avoid rectangular shapes in some cases. I'll try the best I can. So I will not be adding too much details to these pillars, I think. I'll just go for black. For this chapter I'm going for more monochrome color scheme. Like I kinda tried more colorful stuff in second chapter and didn't like it. I prefer how it looked in the first one, when we have like this teal and dark blue-green, and that's it. Like also spot colors for white, black and red, but that's it. Like I didn't have any like additional colors, not for like skin tone, not for any other details. Like it was very limited. Here I want to keep going this way. Like the background color will be gray, not beige, like I tried last time when the background was this more close to skin color, and I was kinda going from there. I don't want that. Now people will just have gray skin with like different shades of gray, but like I'm not trying to do this realistically. I didn't like how it looked last chapter, so I'm going for more limited palette, like actually limited, and not like how it looked like this chapter, because I didn't like it. I mean, I'm not saying it bad, it's not, it's just not the look I was going for. And I liked how it looked in the first chapter more. And this time it will be kinda blue-ish, but it will shift the so we start with this also teal blue, because I just like teal color. Okay. But like later it will shift to another palette, because we will reach our destination, and the color scheme there is very different. It will be more of yellowish, just like sickly colors, like very unhealthy. Like, even though in the second chapter some of the stuff also was like this greenish fog, also wasn't the healthiest thing, but like I'm kinda want to show that the next location is even worse than the one where we started. In many senses it's not like it. In some senses it's a bit better, but not from the point of view of our main character, let's say. He's a bit of a... well, you'll see. I'm pretty much doing the same that I did with the sketch. Like, even though I'm using straight lines with all the Procreate tools for that, still using this type of brush that is dry ink. It gives a lot of texture here, so it kinda makes the line a little bit more interesting, even though it's kinda straight. So now I will try. It's kinda hard to do actually. So I want this metal like beams going in the middle of this, but to do it in perspective, how should I mean, I can always eyeball it, obviously, and that's kind of my first instinct to do it, just like kind of try to guesstimate where it should be, because like I have already, actually let me remove these guides so I see more clearly. So this, some of it doesn't look ideally in perspective actually for some reason, even though I mean, even when I look in real life, in the like, if we have a straight road with the street lamps, just even though if they are in like regular intervals, even if they're like perfectly aligned, even then I look at them and they seem a little bit off. I don't know. Maybe I don't have an eye for perspective. I don't know. Because even when they should be perfectly in perspective, they seem like they aren't. Well, maybe that's okay, I guess. I'll just try to eyeball it and we'll see where it goes. I'm kind of trying to it still creates a bit of rectangular shapes, but maybe... Am I still in assisted? Yes, I am. Maybe I'll try like this. Maybe it will create some interesting pattern. It kind of does. Yeah. I kind of like it. I'm not sure how like structurally sound this is. Probably not. But I guess I'm going for it. Maybe also like, yeah, and now I'm seeing fractals and I'm going for it, even though I shouldn't, even if it's not how you should build this stuff. I kind of like the, I don't know if, again, if you saw previous pages and the way I draw the main characters' color and cuffs, it's like I really can't help myself when I see pattern and I just go for it. Like this doesn't look realistic, right? But whatever, I like it. I like how it looks, even though it looks weird. Now I want this. And keep going. Oh, this is stupid. I mean, I bet it's not safe, probably. I can go like this, but that's not great because it will create rectangular shapes. If like this. Like this is rectangular, I don't like it. But this doesn't look safe, like it won't work. Yeah, I kind of paint myself into a corner here, I think. Like with this, like this point seems very weak. Ah, you can see where I'm pointing, this one. Like it will break here. I just maybe not actually, it goes hard to tell. Maybe not. Probably will. I don't know. I'm not very like proficient, let's say, in like material science and all that stuff, but this seems like a weak point to me. Actually, maybe I'll leave it like this, draw the rest of them the same way, and we'll just wait for one person who kinda really into bridges and other just structural architecture, and they will tell me all the ways I'm wrong about this stuff. And it will be an interesting experience, I think. Like all this stuff, it's like interesting, but not to a point where I will actually dedicate my time to research it beyond what I already know about it, and that's not much, let's just say. Oops, that wasn't correct one. I think it should go somewhere here. And like, if this isn't structurally safe, then oh well. So be it. Maybe it will break at some point. Not in this comic, but maybe one day. One day the train will go over this bridge and will drop into the waters, and every passenger will die because I didn't research the proper way to build the bridge. That's like the thing, I guess, with comics, but other stuff too. When you considering maybe going for like a lot of research for one frame, just one single frame, and you think like how important it is to make something like realistic. Do we want to spend like from several hours to several days to research some very specific thing that a lot of people probably know about like really well, but the chances they are in your audience are like slim to none. But then someone will show up and tell you all the ways you're wrong. I don't know, I kinda like how it looks. So that's what matters. I will probably clear this up because I need to kind of make it a little bit more correct. So the bridge is kind of done. I will make the other side when I'll start coloring, and I will do it probably in pencil actually, not in charcoal block. Kinda wanna do it now, but nah. I kinda wanna do it now. I don't know, that's the same thing. Like, I started to draw patterns, I can't stop. Like, once I'm going, I'm going. Same with what I said at the beginning of the stream about inertia. Like, it took me a while to start drawing digitally after this long break when I was like writing script, like rewriting. I had script, but I wanted to change it a little bit, but ended up not changing it much because there's some pacing stuff that I think I want to keep, even though it might seem slow a little bit. Like the start of third chapter will seem slow, but I don't want to speed it up because it will kinda throw the pacing. Like, for each payoff you need a setup. If you skip setup, you don't have a good payoff, and I don't want that. That happens too often with a lot of stories, and I don't want mine to go that way. So, be here somewhere, and it should arrive here. Oops. my Apple Pencil decided that it wants to eat a little bit. So what should I do? Should I feed it now? Yeah, that's first generation, so it does very funny thing when you try to charge it. Oh, you can see it on camera. Okay, you have to put it like this way, like here, your port, and you like just go there and it charges. That's a little bit annoying because it's like it sticks out and you kind of need to keep it at the correct angle so it won't like fall out, and it's just not very comfortable thing to do. And I think I tilted, yeah, oops, yeah, sorry, it tilted my everything. Now it's fine. Do you see it? Yeah. Okay. Yeah, well, I guess we'll wait for a little bit, and I can just do stretches because it's been almost an hour. I haven't noticed that, like I didn't do anything in this hour. I was mostly talking. But yeah, stretch is important, as we saw the last stream when I wasn't stretching enough and it kinda ended badly. So it's a nice pose actually. So what do I want to do with the train itself? So probably I don't want to join the cabin with the first car. It's like it's kind of standard now with high-speed trains, and not only them actually, like a lot of just electric trains have them, but like old school trains with coal engine have their like how you call it, locomotive separately, and I kind of want to go for that because there will be the secondary energy source there. So the main one is solars on top of each car, so it makes the train kinda like electric train, even though like normal electric train has this how you call it, like this contact net on top of it, and it just catches to the wires and goes along them, and it's cool. Even though like high-speed train don't use that because, well, yeah, in that sense it's kind of like electric train, but the secondary source is fusion, so it needs to have a fusion reactor in its like cabin. Obviously I'm not gonna draw it, it will be inside. It's kind of stupid to expose your fusion reactor, I think. So it's kind of it won't be shown anywhere. It's like these parts of world building there that are never mentioned because, well, people living there know, like we don't really talk about car engines all that much, even though like gas prices are being discussed a lot, but like nobody really talks about like this combustion engines and all of that, because it's kind of implied, like common knowledge, everybody knows that. So it's kind of thing about world building that is kind of annoying to me when characters start to discuss stuff that kind of already common knowledge, but it is inevitable, obviously, and I will have that too, obviously, because like I need to explain the concept of like priests and miracles and like monsters and all that stuff, even though some people know about that, but well, not everybody. but I don't want to put too much of the world building into dialogues because it doesn't really matter. Like, who cares if this train goes on fusion or on, I don't know, even if it goes on like coal or diesel or whatever, doesn't matter. It has no, it has nothing to do with the plot, so why bother discussing it? But still, I kind of obviously think about this stuff because I need some background elements, like I needed to think about transportation here and how it all works, and like also about communications, how they work. Like here, this world doesn't have wireless communication all that much because of should I talk about it though? Isn't it a spoiler? I think it's not a spoiler actually. It won't, like, it's also one of these like common knowledge that is never spoken about, but they can't have wireless communication. Like, they have like primitive radio, but it kind of works, but kind of meh. Mostly everything is like wired because just interference from all this magic stuff. Okay, that's enough talk, I guess. How is my okay, I need to check if this stuff is charged or not. I cannot show a lot of these things. Okay, it's half battery. I think it's enough. So I'll grab my pencil. Also, it has this cup. Like, I don't know why I explained the first generation Apple Pencil. Like, I know a lot of people still have it and still use it. It works perfectly fine. It's like, it's heavy and it's hard to charge it. Not hard, but like inconvenient. But other than that, it works fine. It doesn't, like, I really don't have any issues with it. Why are we so kind of wanna this cabin to go like this? It will have some snout here, and there is some window, should be triangular or something. Then that's the engine basically. So how do I avoid it being rectangular? Because right now it is. Maybe it not the vertical wall. Maybe it goes like this. So it kind of widens at some point. So it's more of a hexagonal in if you like splice it into the cut will be hexagonal, because I mean everybody loves hexagons, right? That's the best shape in the world. Fight me. I mean, nobody will fight me because like only people who are really into hexagons will discuss it. Nobody else cares about our best shape in the world, right? So this is how do I imply that this has the engine inside of it? It should have some exhaust ports, maybe a lot of them actually, and probably well, if it has them on the sides, then it will cover the windows with well, it's just steam. It's not like since it's not the gas or like diesel or anything, there won't be any like smoke. It just be steam from. No, actually no, it shouldn't be steam. how does it cool itself? If it doesn't have any source of water coming in, it can't have water coming out, right? So it can only have air, so it should have vents. Okay. So that's why you should do all your concept work beforehand, before drawing. But, well, I kinda didn't have time for that, so I have to think about all these constructive elements right as I draw it. That's not ideal, but like it's the only well, not the only, one of the probably 2 or 3 frames where this train will appear at all. So even if I draw it ridiculously, it doesn't really matter, but it should have a lot of vents to just cool down the its engine. So this is where the pilot resides, so I guess I'll put the solar over pilot place. Pilots, there aren't one pilot, there are several of them, I guess. It's like a long distance train, so you would want several people driving it in shifts. Or just backup pilot, just if one of them dies or whatever. And it has this exhaust ports. How can you tell if it's exhaust ports if they have the same shape? Well, I guess I'll add some pattern on top of it, and it will imply that maybe like a little bit of just hot air. It will be barely visible. I don't want it to be like too much, especially I think it mostly goes on solar, so it doesn't use its fusion right now a lot because it's a sunny weather, and like solar panels supposed to be very effective here, enough to provide the train with whatever it needs, and also like, so the cars should be longer, I think, than the engine. Maybe it will have like 2 sets of solars and like 1 small set of vents, because, well, obviously it also needs vents. Yeah, I think we're getting there. Yeah, I like it. And then another solar. Yeah, and then we only have like 2 cars. But yeah, I kinda like it. Okay, so that's the concept of the train that I should have done earlier. But, well, it is what it is. Now, where is my water level? Somewhere here, I think. So it will cut off the this angle, or going back to concrete bases. How do I want to do them? I don't want them to be rectangular, obviously. Even though, well, if they're technically it's rhombus, it's still a rectangle. But it looks better than the normal rectangle, and I cannot for the life of me draw a rhombus in perspective. That's not something you normally do, because our world is very rectangular and very like boxy, and the rhombus kinda doesn't goes against it, I guess. Oh boy, do I want them rhombus? Do I want rhombus? Or do I want just pyramid? Pyramid is fine, I think. Also, you can kinda eyeball pyramid. Maybe. And kinda... No, you can't actually eyeball pyramid. It's a little... Originally, I wanted to make this train in 3D. And that's like main reason why. Because drawing all this stuff in perspective is kinda... Nah. It is possible, just a lot of just how to say, you need a lot of extra lines just to construct all that. Lines that won't be in the picture afterwards. They're just guidelines to do the proper like angles and stuff. And I probably don't want it, really. Like putting a lot of this concrete stuff under it and going like with water. I mean, it kind of creates an interesting shape, but I think it is too much details. It probably grabs attention from the train, but like, it's more realistic, obviously, because you don't want your bare metal submerged into water. It's better when it's covered with something. Of course, it will be submerged with like rising the water levels and all that stuff, but normally it's not ideal. It just destroys your infrastructure too fast. And nobody wants that. It's like too expensive to stop the bridge that you use like regularly for repairs and to replace all your metal parts. It's like extremely expensive. It's like usually it's better just to destroy it all and build a new one. Probably without exposed metal. I mean, you can't like avoid it fully, but the less metal comes in contact with water, the better. But again, I think I'm kind of going on a tangent with all this construction stuff. And like, I'm not an expert in all this stuff. All my knowledge is kind of very surface level, I would say. And I know, like, even if I just make it without any concrete, like, no one really cares if it's realistic or not, honestly. It's like with any backgrounds. Okay, let's just draw a train for now, and then I'll think about it. I kind of want to make the base for it, just see. Like this way it looks better without any concrete. It looks better, I think. Maybe we should go for it. Maybe it will show how very wasteful this world is, that just allows its infrastructure to rot away. I don't know. Does it really matter, actually? I mean, I like attention to details, but I also understand that sometimes it's not the just good investment of your time to be too focused on these small details, because it has nothing to do with plot, nothing. It has nothing to do with the story, with characters, with any of it. Like, it's just some visual stuff that has no influence on any of that. Like, I'm not sure this cabin is in perspective much, but well, I think it looks fine, and that's what matters. You might need assist again, just for this. Oops. Okay. Okay. And this one. In the middle, I will be erasing a lot of it later. Right now I'm using it as a guideline for like just where the middle is. That's a guideline for our solars, and we need to erase this part because vents have their own guides. They might be a little bit misaligned, but kind of like that. And the rest I will eyeball. Again, this kinda, I don't like that it is rectangular here. Might want to cut the corner a little bit, maybe. Yeah, I will. I just don't like rectangles here. I want it to be more interestingly shaped. How do I even... If it goes straight this way, it will create a little bit of... It cannot be a plane. It can, right? It will be the plane. It will be... How can it be one plane? No, it can, right? I might add a little bit here just to make it a little bit more readable. It is not correct distance between them. How is it cut? It won't be this way, it will be like this probably, and this should... Okay, I cannot visualize this stuff just straight away in 3D. I need to probably sketch it first. So how is it going? So from the, I don't know if you can see this. Probably not. I'll try. So from the top it will be, normally it will be like this, but I want to cut these corners. Will be more of octagonal, which isn't ideal since I'm going for hexagonal mostly, but well, now you can see it like this. Yeah, like this. So we, like these corners, we just cut it, but from the side it is, so that's, instead of just straight like wall, it has this thingy, so it's like this. So the cut of it, like if you cut it in half, it's that's the car, like there's people inside, and there's our solars on top of it. So how does this projects to this? Okay. I'm trying to remember some architectural drawing classes. Frontal, top, side. So frontal will be our hexagon. That's frontal. Top view will be this one. And side will be, yeah, that's what's most interesting. How do I do side? So actually no, our top view isn't like this. We have the cut before we have, so it's like more like here, like this. Oh boy. Okay, my brain kinda hurts from this stuff. What if I just go, what if it's just hexagonal from all sides? Let us, how far back can the undo go? Pretty far. So that's how it was before I started with deleting everything. So how do I cut part from this thing so it will look good first of all, and like correct and in perspective? Oh boy. Yeah, that's why I should have done it in 3D, but like I was a bit too tired to remember how to work in Blender because I haven't touched it in like almost a year. Oh boy. And like I also need to keep the connectivity of the cars because people will be going through them, and there will be like all these little compartments for like smoking and toilets, obviously, and like this buffer zone between the cars. How do I draw it? I will need it later. Like I will have scenes inside these like little compartments, not the toilet obviously, but like the smoking one. I mean, it's not like smoking, it's like some other vice that doesn't involve open fire, but it's also like not something that is analogous to our like illegal activities, let's say. So more of like some normalized stuff. How do I do this? I mean, I can just whatever, but I kinda don't want to. I want it to look good. Like right now I can't visualize it properly. Maybe should try doing it here probably. Just it will be a little bit easier. So let's go like another layer. Hide our drawing guide for now. Go for sketch. So how this car should look like. I'm not I think it will be the same like how car starts and ends and how the engine ends. So it will be the same. So from the top it is kinda like that, right? So we have like windows here. There's our solar. There's our vents. There's our solar again. They're like windows, not like this, like this. So that's solar. Yeah. And that's it. Kinda ends. Oh, should I just do it like this? Maybe. Just like, how does the connectivity will work though? How will it? So just add some sort of tube here. It's not a bad idea, but kinda boring in a way. So there should be some way to connect them, but it should also be like, well, first of all, it should have windows. So like that's the top view. And like it has a lot more windows, like it fits like this bad boy fits a lot of people inside. Like that will be one of the things about this train, that like it has too much people in it. So from the side it will be like, we have our windows like this. That's all the like top stuff. So if it goes this way, then it's like this, and like this, kinda, and then the next one. Like, how does this fit? So this is like the connector. Kinda eats these parts. It has like doors there, like opens here, and like people stay there and like smoke, for example. It has it's not the same, not the correct shape, right? should be the other way around, like this one, right? No, I forgot how to draw this stuff. All this technical drawing was what, a few decades ago. Don't remember any of that. Oh boy, how does you, could you, like, I was able to rotate this stuff in my head, and now it's like, nope, I haven't used this particular skill a long time, and now it's gone. It's kind of sad. I used to like it, really. Really like it. So, like, if we do a symmetrical view of it, so, well, first of all, it's like this, but it is one plane, right? It's like you cut, yes, it is, but so if this one is straight here, so it well, it will connect, right, like that. Yeah, but this part will be, so it has this shape from the top, but from the side it is this fucking rectangular. We can also do it the same way. So it is also hexagonal, but with the cutoff here. And then I can have windows in this part. Will it be... No, from this side it will... No? No, wait, what? How it will look from the side? No, it won't be straight from the side, right? It will be angled. And this one will be angled, right? From here it won't be visible because, well, we only see the biggest part of it. So the window will be... Yeah, this shape. That's correct one. Okay. Okay. So that's how it connects. Let me keep it as a guide. Oh boy. I mean, this is interesting stuff, but I just don't like this feeling that I'm kind of lost something in my brain, the skill that I had. But again, like, if you never use the skill, it kinda disappears a little bit. It's like the downside of neuroplasticity. So where is my middle line? Here, here. So here is... I think I need to sketch it first. But again, that's interesting stuff that you rarely see when people draw comics live, because, well, this is really the concept stuff that usually stays really in private. So this vent, oops, wrong color. This vent will actually go like this, because we have this... Oh, maybe I should also do the top part right like this. It will look more interesting. Right, yeah, definitely. So we don't have this. Everything will be hexagonal, and that's a good thing. That is always a good thing. to have our hexagon, but how the other side will look like. So if we like, this is straight line, right? So it should look straight from this angle, or a little bit even like this. So oops. No, it should be straight. I mean, it not necessarily like super like aligned, but something like that, I think. Then we have our, oh, by the way, I need to delete also this split. I will draw it again, doesn't matter. Okay, that's one side. Then there is other side going like this. There is this connector. And kind of goes there. Yeah, something like that. Okay. Cool. That's nice. I'm really glad that I was able to solve it. I mean, I would be, maybe not right away, but it's not like some impossible task. It just requires a little bit of thought, I guess. So, and it will kind of showcase this connector part really well, because we will need it later. Not this particular one, like it. This is the head of the train, and we will be in the back, really far in the back. Something wrong with music? Give me a second. YouTube wanted to make sure that I'm alive still. It does that sometimes. So that is our... I think it's not in perspective though. Oh boy. This nose goes a little bit too far. More like this should be. That's better. So it's, as you can see, it's very angular thing. Kind of creates the wrong impression that I guess, or maybe it's not wrong actually, maybe I like it this way. So this one, this part is the window, and this thing is lights. It won't be visible, and it's still during the day, so we will not see them activated anyway. And I am trying to eyeball this stuff in perspective, even if it's not that bad, I think. It kinda is. It just doesn't match for some reason. Maybe it's like, should be more like this. It seems a little bit like it's not flat, like it's going at an angle. So now we have our events going like this and like this, and oopsie. Something like that. Wait, what? That's wrong angle, I think. Very wrong angle. Wait. Oh my. It's like this. Like all these angles aren't going all that great in perspective, but I'm not sure how to make them correctly. Like, no, it goes, it's like it's too much, but if it goes like this and this, oh, it's hard. Like this particular angle is really, I should show the drawing guide, maybe it will make it easier. Yeah, it's like it's almost like this at this point. Yeah. Or something like that. Also, this looks very wrong. It needs more of a margin here. Not this much, but not this. Something like that. And that's our vents. What do you? Now I need all the lines in perspective. Angled. Oh boy. I mean, I will eyeball it obviously, because I have no idea how to set up the guidelines for that properly, so it won't break the other perspective I have. So I just have to eyeball it. Again, it will be very small. On the page I'm really zoomed in right now. Kinda worked. It won't be all that visible. And I'm not like trying to make it super visible anyway. Looks a bit weird, but I don't know. Also, I might add some... I don't want windows on this on engine. Like the only window here is like the front one, because like all this compartment inside is well, the engine itself, so no need for windows. But I think I should add something there, some pipes, I don't know, some connectors maybe for like loading and unloading the fuel or whatever. Just some interesting details, because right now it's boring. Am I assisted, or am I just... Oh, I'm not an assisted, and it was pretty good lines actually. Well, let's do like some sort of like this couple of like pipes for, or like maybe it's not pipes, maybe it's like some sort of connectors or whatever, to just load the fuel inside of it, and maybe some port for whatever, again for fuel maybe, so it will be like... That's stupid. That's even more stupid. Yeah, I like it. something. That's something, like maybe some. Also, it needs some sort of indication of what it is. So like some, it will be really small but readable if I write anything on it. So I should probably just add some barcode or whatever. So like maybe some like something that isn't for human consumption, even though no, it should be for human consumption. Who else would read that? On the side of the train. Okay, so it should be some numbers, because, well, usually trains have numbers on them. And maybe, no, I don't want to add like its like destination. So usually like the route is also written on trains as this little plaque added when it starts. Again, depends on where the train is. Every country has its own train standards and stuff. So it's like, why am I talking about trains? Well, I mean, I'm drawing one, but like I'm kind of sound very as if I'm interested in them. I'm not really that interested in trains. That would be too stereotypical, I would say. Should I write there? Maybe something just in unreadable, something, some incomprehensive scribbles, something, like it has something written on them, but it's just, maybe it was like really scribbled away, or like old block that is now kind of destroyed by time. Okay. Let's move to our next car. And it goes like this, like this, like this, and goes there. Then we have our connector here. So it should be angled differently so we could see the other side a little bit, just a little bit, so we can kind of understand the shape of our connector. Even though this particular connector leads nowhere because there is no, I mean, probably it should be some sort of like, so the pilot can evacuate from this door and go to the back. How was I? So it does, okay, it does have like the big window for like evacuation purposes, and the people use it to smoke, to like look through it while they consume their unhealthy vices that are totally legal, but like morally not quite supported by society in general. Yeah, I think it's fine. Looks a little bit off. Now it's better. So that's how we connect one car to the other. And I probably need some details down there too, maybe some, again, some ventilation or whatnot. it looks nice. So I need assisted again. Wow, I'm already going for almost 2 hours. And I haven't even reached the coloring point. Oh well, that happens. That happens. Still, it's kind of the most important part, the most time consuming, I would say. So the rest of this will be a little bit easier and faster. I really want to just make all of this just one long car, so I don't need to draw another connector like this. Even though I like how it looks, it ended up looking fine. I shouldn't be lazy, right? I should be a little bit more I'm not assisted, right? I'm not. Yes, cool. Can't get the spacing correctly. Like this. Yeah. This one. So ventilation. No, I want them to be triangular. So kind of like this. Like this. Okay, that should do it. Okay. Then it's about here this panel will end. That means our car ends also there. And it's the wrong angle again. Like, I have these guides, I should use them, at least for visual reference if nothing else. So, like, that's how the car ends. Be a little bit more pronounced. So it's like here, it's here, it goes here. So this goes here. Okay, I'll finish with the solars. Okay, that's fine. And what's like somewhere here we have the start of our next car. This part is like really close, not really that close, I don't know, like this, and we are deleting all of that. I kinda, well, the second one is easier, honestly. So it goes a little bit higher than that, right? So it's kind of angled here, which I should have done that here actually. a little bit like this. It's not going like straight down, it is angled. So like this. Yeah, and this one too. So I'm like here, goes here, this one goes down, connects here, this goes here. I am getting angle this, so this is the other. Again, they aren't exactly ideal straight lines, but well, this one is too thick. So now this one goes here, this one goes here, this one goes here, and that kind of goes down there. There is this one and this one, and that is more angled, should be more angled here. Like this. This one is more angled. And we have our windows and our ventilation down here. Oh, it's wrong direction actually. This. Like this. Yeah, cool. Okay, that is fine. That's next solar. And yeah, now windows in this car, and we are done with actually engine ended up being as long as the car, which is fine. So windows it goes kind of halfway there. And they are all very angled too. Oh boy. So they are like the lower half of what's it called? Hexagon. So they aren't like triangular, but and they're big. So one window is one like seating compartment. So one window is 4 people, on like 4 on this side, 4 on that side. So I need a lot of these little windows because train contains a really big amount of people. I'm trying to do it in perspective, but I'm not sure how successful I am in it. Well, I guess good enough. So now we'll clean it up a little bit. And I obviously will not be drawing people in there. It will all be reflective. Oh boy, I need to draw the reflection on this thing. Oh boy, this will be fun. But I guess that's it. That's the train. That's our train. Now that I'm done with the train, I need to return back to the base of this bridge. Do I want to? I mean, yeah, of course. I should do that. It will be stupid not to do that. After I spent so much time thinking about how I should, like, construct this damn train, to be so neglectful of the bridge would be incorrect. And kinda wasteful, I don't know. I also need this line. Whoops. Yeah. Something like that. Okay. So basically the train is kinda hugging this rail as normal with monorail trains. And like this thing is huge, like this window is like fits 4 people. So it's like tiny window. Oh boy. I'm kind of tired at this point. I probably... I want to finish it though. Like this. How do I... Okay, let's do this one assisted. Probably need to stretch a little bit again. Stretching is important. Okay, so let's assume that's our guides for our rhombus base. Or should I just go for pyramid? Just straight pyramid with like rhombus eyeball, I guess. Maybe. Yeah. Okay. So let's assume it's a pyramid. I still need a rhombus, but just for the base of it now. So something. How do I want something like that? Maybe like this. Then it goes like I need the middle of this stuff. Like where is the middle? Where would be the middle? Kinda there, I guess. Nope. Okay. So that is our water line, I guess. So this also must have the oh, how do you call it in English? Like shock suppression? How is it? Like the amortization? Is it a word in English? Is it like, or am I using the wrong word? So basically this point that dampener, I guess, right? Dampeners. Yeah. Do I want to draw them though? I mean, they will be kind of implied, I think. I also need it for the other side. Oh my god. What am I getting myself into? It's like I want to draw cool stuff, but am I assisted? Yes. Is it too huge? Is it too high? I mean, some of it will be eaten by water, but... So let's assume this pyramid They will look triangular from this side. No, they won't. No, they won't. Okay, so that's just a legit pyramid. And like the water will be like kind of like that. It's not bad necessarily. Can also add some interesting textures of like moss and some water plants climbing there. Maybe some, you know how this just some plants that grow in the water, they just kind of clings to bridges, and this really long green thingy just kind of accumulate around the pillars, and it looks kind of fine. I mean, usually it's not the plants, it's usually the garbage. Well, I'm not sure I want to draw garbage here. I mean, it will be there, obviously, but with the city this far away, it's probably garbage is there somewhere. And by here, it's just some plants. I kind of want to draw these plants. It's nice, but on the other hand, I don't want to add green to it. So this whole thing will be bluish, like maybe a little bit of teal, but like mostly blue, and some black and white, gray. So it won't be really readable what it is unless I really detail it, which I don't want to, because, well, given the size of all this stuff, the terrain, like making plants this big kinda implies some alien biology, which there shouldn't be. It is kinda... I mean, there will be some plants that aren't exactly like our plants, but I don't want this world to be too alien to us. Like it will have it has like humans, it has like some animals that are also like real world animals. I don't want to create some separate biology for it. It's just kinda Earth, but like different, you know. Okay, no, I think I might do color sketch right now, and that will be all. I don't want really to sit here for another hour. So I'll do a quick color sketch. So what tone do I want? Kind of like here, maybe a little bit more teal. So that's our main kind of tone. So it's like kind of darker here, a bit lighter there. Then there's the sky. It will be a little bit more to the like cyan, I think. There will be more grayish stuff on the horizon, like just the not this gray though, maybe just darker, but kind of this like will be the city here. Then a little bit of kind of like foggy stuff there. And also I want sun somewhere here, so screen, and just some effects here, like from the sun. But I don't want, like, when it's white it looks like it's the moon, which I don't want, but I don't want to add yellow to this scene this early, even though it will appear later. Maybe I should just a little bit of yellow. I will think about it, it's just like preliminary. The train itself will be... I don't know actually, I kinda imagined it dark. Like black maybe, but I'm not sure right now. Maybe I should do it white actually. White, the main parts of it. Make white, and so it will be kind of reflective, but all the details do dark. Some like the solars should be dark, events should be dark. I need more opacity to it, like this, like this. All of this stuff should be dark, like this, this, this. And then the windows are reflective of the sky, so what color that would be? Like this, something like that. It's windows also reflective, and there's obviously will be like shadow for like this part will be like darker, since it's doesn't see sun from here, so this side doesn't see sun, it's darker, and it will be kind of like in this I will change this yellow isn't good. Maybe I'll just imply maybe a little bit of more of a like this like this more soft warm yellow, not that one, like something like that. And there will be of course some concrete stuff for like this base. Of course I will make it like different color like the other side, and like that. Oh, and some water which is going like this. And the reflection of all this stuff, like, so like the train will be reflected somehow, like something like that, and the building there. That was the idea. So that's like, and also I need to render water a lot, so it will be like some this more white stuff, like there's some like maybe some to imply some like wind happening, maybe some like some clouds and stuff, so it's like something like that. And that was kind of, that's the goal here. And this in the middle there will be like the logo, this triangle, like the names of the chapter, and that's how it should, that's a sketch of how it should look once I'm done with it. But I don't think I will be able to do it now. I'm kind of tired. I can't really go as long with digital as in traditional, because like my hands kind of tired, and so I'll stop here. I will continue doing it like offline, I guess. And this episode will be up on April 10th, so I don't have much time to finish it. But well, still it's like almost 2 weeks, so should be fine. So yeah, that's it. Next will be next stream, I think, I hope it will be already next episode, but I'm not sure. Maybe I will still be finishing coloring this one, but like the characters here. But this one hopefully will be done. But again, I will post the schedule on YouTube, so it will be known what's next. So thank you for watching, and see you next time. Bye.